NBA free agency has started, and this year's start was boring. It was a snooze fest for most of the day, but we're going to recap everything that happened. So leave a like and subscribe, and let's just jump into it. We're going to start with Shams because he's better, but actually no, they're basically the same. I don't care. But the latest one is Derrick Jones Jr. signed with the Clippers. Originally, I did see a report saying that the Mavs and Derrick Jones Jr. was already a done deal, so they weren't really talking to each other until they figured out the rest of the roster. It turns out that wasn't true, or I just misinterpreted that, and it turns out he was just never returning. They replaced Paul George with Derrick Jones Jr., who is a great fit. I don't know how well he fits on that team. I would have liked him on the Kings. Um, I'll tell you that much. But we'll talk about them later towards the end of this video. Um, so yeah, pretty cheap deal too. He was a really good and important role player, especially in that playoff run. Um, he somehow won them a playoff series practically with PJ Washington against OKC. So yeah, I would have loved to have him, but Clippers do a good job. They got a role player. The only other deal the Clippers really did was we'll get into those later, but they were busy today. Um, yeah, they announced that Paul George is gonna sign with another team, and it's probably gonna be the Sixers. I'm not gonna lie, but Cade extension. Oh yeah, Eric Gordon. He signed with the Sixers, so him and Paul George are probably going to the Sixers. He's a good depth piece. I believe Andre Drummond is also going there. We'll see later. But this was a surprising one. KCP left the Nuggets and is going with the Magic for a pretty good deal for him, like 22 mil a year. He's a good, important role player that's has championship experiences, 2 rings. Um, yeah, really good deal for them. This is terrible for the Nuggets because now you probably have like 6 guys worthy of actually playing in an NBA playoff game right now. So you need to step it up somehow. He was a great point of attack defender, 3 and D guy. He had his moments too. So yeah, that's a big loss for them. Oh yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. is back in the NBA, and he's signing with the Los Angeles Clippers. Um, don't really know why he's signing with the Clippers. He should have been blackballed from the league, but like Miles Bridges, he's still here, despite actual proof of domestic violence. So I'm just happy he's not on my team, but he should not be on the team at all. Oh yeah, see, Andre Drummond also went to the Sixers. Bulls could have traded him, they didn't. Oh well. Nemius the Kata Dilla is there. Clippers are trying to move Russell Westbrook. They extended Harden to like 2 more years on his contract, so they're really picking him. Um, and yeah, it's just also Shams does a show. I don't think anyone actually watches this show. I don't really watch it, but that's besides the point. Russell Westbrook is gonna be traded, it seems. So let's see what team he ends up on. This was the only thing we really had to work with for like an hour. It was Kevin Love. Yeah, that was the only real news that we got. James Harden, yeah, year 2. Yeah, these were the only. Oh yeah, Golden State waived Chris Paul. I really want to talk about that. Uh, oh yeah, and role players getting big deals. It makes me more thankful for Malik Monk returning on a cheap deal, and Clay is leaving as well. Those are pretty much the big ones from Shams today. Um, Shall we? What was? Chris Paul getting waived. There was a deal in place, I believe. Chris Haynes said it on his show. I don't know if he actually, I don't know if he ended up tweeting it or anything. I don't think he did. But the Bulls offered to take Chris Paul and Wiggins for Zach LaVine, and they rejected him, and then they just ended up waiving him. So very stupid move by the Warriors, I'm not gonna lie, because Zach LaVine, as bad as his trade value is, he's a good player. So you just need good basketball players on your team. JB Bickerstaff hired. So hopefully this one. I don't know why they keep giving out 5-year deals, especially for the Pistons. Not great, not really great at all, considering they have to pay Monty Williams the next 5 years. Obi Toppin returned. Max Christie returned. Oh yeah, and Luke Cornett was the only other deal we really got. Jonas Valanciunas signed with the Wizards. This is after they re-signed Richaun Holmes, or signed Richaun Holmes. I think they did. Yeah, so I don't really know what their goal is here. I'm pretty sure Richaun Holmes is getting paid more too. So I don't know. Mason Plumlee, the Plum Dog, he's going to Phoenix. That's a good piece for Phoenix. It doesn't say how much. I wish it did. But that's a good piece for Phoenix, considering they lost Eric Gordon. It's not like they play the same role, but I think he could be a better center than what a lot of their center roles last year were doing. Najee Marshall, my apologies for noise in the back if you could hear that. But Najee Marshall has agreed on 3-year deal with the Mavericks. Another player I wish the Kings got, a good defensive wing. Yeah, that was all from Woj today. He didn't really have any big deals to break. But a lot of these wings I wish the Kings got. So, Chris Haynes, did he really do anything? Pretty much the big domino is Paul George. Oh yeah, Clay is working on a sign-and trade. I should have clarified that. Golden State Warriors waiving Chris Paul. Yeah, we already know that. He signed to the San Antonio Spurs. He's going to be playing with Wemby. So, I don't know. This is going to be great for Wemby's development, and the Spurs need to find a point guard that could feed Wemby like Chris Paul, but obviously younger. And that's all that really happened today. Very slow day. We used to get thousands of deals like within the first day, but that new CBA kind of ruined it. So, anyways, I want to talk about this. Brandon Ingram. Both New Orleans Pelicans and Ingram are willing to work together to either get Ingram to a new team or bring Ingram back on a deal that works for both parties. So, if Ingram is traded, it is probably going to be the Kings. The Pelicans actually like Harrison Barnes and draft capital, but they also want a center coming back. Now, if you know something about the Kings, you know we don't have no damn center. We just signed back Alex Len. I don't even think JaVale McGee's on contract anymore, so we really don't have a center at all, unless they want like Trey Lyles or something. But I'm really thinking this isn't gonna happen unless they get I forget where it is. I think they said they might get a third team involved. Dang, this guy tweets a lot. What the heck? Whatever. But they need to get a third team involved, it seems, if this deal is gonna happen. I hope he could do this without giving up too much. That's pretty much all I could really ask for. I wish the Kings would have just signed like Derrick Jones Jr. and Najee Marshall. But if they get this deal done, then I won't be too mad. He might be expensive though. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what your team did, and if you like what your team has done. If you're not happy about it, you can let me know too. And leave a like and subscribe, and I'll try to do this every day. There's actually something to talk about. So yeah, see you all next time.